Kakadosh Boker Tov. We're continuing with the next halakha, which is also a very important halakha to do with that when a person is going to pray, they should not pray only in their hearts, but rather mechatech hadvarim b'sfatav u'mashmi'a leoznav belachash, which means that he actually has to hear himself. Velo yashmi'a kolo, but he shouldn't make his voice heard to other people. V'im eno yachol lechavem belachash. Now, if you cannot have kavanah when you're saying it to yourself, so you're allowed to pick up your voice. But says Maran, that's only between you and yourself. But once you're in a tzibur, dati lemitra tzibura, it's going to be a sur, because then you're bothering the tzibur. What exactly is going on with this halakha? So first of all, we have to actually understand that the Mishnah Berurah first brings on v'yesh shekatvu detzich lachush et divrei hazohar she'af lechatchila lo yashmi'a leoznav. Meaning that there's a Zohar HaKadosh. And according to the Zohar HaKadosh, you're not supposed to hear yourself even. Which means you're supposed to come and move your lips, which is called the Chituch HaMilot, right? And the Hevel HaYotzeh Mepeh, which means as if that you're opening your mouth and there's a breath which is coming out of your mouth, but you don't even hear yourself. That is according to the Zohar HaKadosh. Now it's Ad Kedei Kach, the Zohar HaKadosh, Rabbi Yehuda brings it down, that in the Zohar it's written, Im Magbiya Kolo B'Tfilah Kol Kach, עד שחברו יכול לשמוע, אין תפילתו נשמעת למעלה. If a person is going to come and they're going to say the tefillah, the Amida, that your friend could hear you, your tefillah is not listened to up above. And the Ben Ish Chai Nakav HaChaim says that this is talking about מי שאינו מגביה קולו בתפילה כל כך, אלא משמיע אותו לאוזניו בלבד. Meaning, the way that the Mishnah Berurah is learning the Zohar HaKadosh is that if you're picking up your voice, but that your friend can hear you, the Ben Ish Chai and the Kav HaChaim are learning that what it says over here, your tefillah is not going to be listened to above, is talking about where you could hear yourself. That's already. So therefore it comes out, it's a machloke between the Zohar HaKadosh and the Gemara, right? Which means, what is the machloket? I'm coming and I'm saying Amida. According to everybody, I'm not supposed to say the Amida just in my heart. I have to move my lips. I have to move my lips, and actually there's something which is coming out of my mouth. However though, can I hear myself or not hear myself? So according to the Zohar HaKadosh, right, the way that the Ben Ish Chai and Kav HaChaim are learning it, you're not allowed to hear yourself. According to what the Biur Halacha is bringing down, you could hear yourself, but if somebody else hears you, then the tefillah does not go up above. Do you realize that the Ben Ish Chai and the Kav HaChaim paskin like the Zohar HaKadosh? However, though, Maran here has a very interesting concept, which is also brought down above also, which is when you have a machloke between the Zohar HaKadosh and the Gemara, we go like the Gemara. So therefore here we learn it from Chana, when it says that Chana was Medaveret Liba, that she was speaking to herself, which means that she was making a voice but nobody else could hear her, but she could hear herself. And therefore we learn from the Gemara that you're supposed to hear yourself. So therefore Maran is posek, you're supposed to hear yourself. And if you're not going to be hearing yourself, right, he says, if you're not going to hear yourself, it's actually a problem. But Maran does say that lo yashmi'a kolo to other people. Now there's going to be a misconception, because obviously there's going to be a lot of halachot here that we'll speak about, but I'll just mention the last halakha, which is also very important, which is as follows. Here, do you realize that Maran is passing like the Gemara, but there's a machloke between the Gemara and the Zohar HaKadosh. There's another place which is very, very similar, right? In Shulchan Aruch and Ilchot Kriyat Torah, over there, Maran brings down the entire concept. What about when you go up to the Torah? So, for example, in the olden days, the way that it was is that when you go up to the Torah, you yourself, you read your aliyah. Nowadays, by Sfaradim, you're still able to, and Ashkenazim, you're not allowed to. The reason why you're not allowed to read your own aliyah, according to Ashkenazim, is because they didn't want to differentiate between one person knowing the aliyah, another person didn't know the aliyah, or somebody that thinks he knows aliyah and he doesn't know the aliyah and he's saying it. So therefore, because of all these differences, Ashkenazim went and they made a blanket comment, a blanket statement. What is that? You have a Baal Koreh. The Baal Koreh is the only one that reads. And that's it. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be the biggest, it doesn't matter. You could be yourself a Baal Koreh. It doesn't matter. The Baal Koreh is the one that reads. That's the way Ashkenazim do it. By Sfaradim, we don't do that. We still allow whoever wants to read. You're allowed to read. No problem. Okay. But now the halacha states, right, is that there's going to be, what about right now, can you be Yotzei Chovah with the Shliach Tzibur? So Lichat Techila, you're supposed to read along with the Shliach Tzibur. Meaning, when you go up to the Torah, you're supposed to read along with the Bal Koreh. When he's reading the Torah, you read along with him. But now the question is, do you hear yourself or not? So there Maran says that you're not supposed to hear yourself. That means not only the Sheikh Sibur is the Bal Koreh is not going to hear you, even yourself, you're not hearing yourself. The Ramah there says, one second, no, you could hear yourself, but just not anybody else. It's not any worse than Tefillah. Now over there, it's very important that there is a difference. Over there's no Gemara that says that you have to hear yourself. So therefore, Maran over there, paskins like the Zohar HaKadosh, you're not supposed to hear yourself. And therefore, when you come and you get an aliyah to the Torah, what happens is you're reading along with the Shliach Tzibur, you're moving your lips, but you're not actually even hearing yourself. Right? You're just coming, you're speaking up, but you don't even hear yourself. However, though, the Ramah says, it's not any worse. No, it is. There's a big difference. And the difference is that over here, right, there's a Zohar HaKadosh. Zohar and Gemara, you go like the Gemara. However, over there's no Gemara. So therefore, since there's no Gemara, you go like the Zohar. And this is very, very important because sometimes it happens that people come up to the Torah and they start reading with the Bal Koreh and they confuse the Bal Koreh. Because they come, they start, mumbling a thing. Sometimes they say the wrong pronunciation, the wrong word, the wrong tam, or if they even say tamim, and therefore it confuses the Bal Koreh. So therefore, it's very, very important to understand that even if here, again, according to the Ben Ish Chai and Kaf HaChaim, anyway, you're not supposed to hear yourself. So that's it. That's in Amida as well. But even if over here we are going to be posek like Shulchan Aruch, that you do hear yourself, but just other people don't hear you, make sure that when it comes to the Bal Koreh, when you're coming to read from the Torah, that you read to yourself and you don't even hear yourself in order to be Yitzhak Chovah, this halacha.